Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ben here, back again with another video. Today I am going to be talking about my predictions for the Eastern Conference standings, my predictions for the 2022 NBA season. And so without further ado, I'm going to get into it. If you agree or disagree with my predictions, let me know in the comments. That's cool. I love to discuss what you guys think as well. I'm going to be going from 15 to 1. I'm not going to be including records because I'm not exactly sure what the records will be, but this is just generally how I think the teams will finish. Again, just the regular season, no playoff predictions, so this is just how I think they're going to stack up after 82 games. So as the 15 seed, oh, and by the way, I'll give a few explanations along the way, but they'll be pretty brief for each team. At 15, I think the worst team will be the Magic, and the reason being is I don't really think they have much talent on this roster. I think like Wendell Carter might be their best player, and he seems like he would maybe be a starter on a decent team, but as a number one option, that's really concerning. Besides that, they have way too many point guards between Fultz, Cole Anthony, and Jalen Suggs, so that concerns me just as far as roster construction. 14 is the Pistons. I also think they'll be super bad, but I just like the additions of Cade Cunningham, and Kelly Olynyk is actually a small upgrade over Mason Plumlee in my opinion, so I have them just a bit higher just based on, I guess I think Cade Cunningham and Jeremy Grant are at the moment better than Wendell Carter and Cole Anthony. 13 I have the Cavs. Between Sexton, Mobley, Jarrett Allen, Garland, Ricky Rubio, Kevin Love, who else? Markkanen. I think there's just overall more general talent on this roster than the two below, so I'm putting it above, but overall I still feel like they have a really tough road ahead. 12, I have the Raptors, and yes, they have a couple of good players in Siakam and Anunoby, but the roster outside of those two and Van Vliet and Dragic is really, really weak in my opinion. Scotty Barnes, I'm lukewarm on, and even Van Vliet, like I've never really bought into him as like a second best scoring option on a team. He's super inefficient. He shoots good from three, but his field goal percentage is atrocious. He takes a lot of bad shots, and he's sort of a less is more guy. Like the less of a prominent scoring option he is on a team is actually the better. But now he's like the co-leading scorer of the team, basically, which doesn't bode well in my opinion. 12, I have. Oh no, they were 12. Okay, 11, I have the Hornets. And I like them. I think they're a really exciting team between Ball and Rozier and Oubre and Bridges and Hayward and Washington. Those are a lot of fun, exciting players. I just think that they will be good offensively. I think they're going to kind of be the Timberwolves of the East, like really good offensively and really bad defensively. And so for that reason, I have them outside of the playoffs here. But they're a team that I wouldn't be surprised if they moved up to like number 8. At 10, I have the Wizards. I think Bradley Beal is a better player than anybody below him on any of the below teams, and they also are probably arguably the deepest team in the NBA this year with the additions of Harold Kuzma and KCP, along with pre-existing guys on the team like Thomas Bryant coming back, Hachimura, Davis Bertans, Danny Avdija coming back from injury. It'll be really, really deep, along with the addition of Dinwiddie. So I just like the team a lot. And then 9 is the Pacers, who I think finally, with everybody happy, with everybody healthy, will be a little bit higher in the standings than they might normally be. 8, I have the Knicks, who I feel like will come back down to earth since a lot of teams will be a lot healthier than they were previously. I do like their additions a lot, but I just think the East is actually quite a bit more talented than it was last year, so I have them sliding. 7, I have the Bulls. I think they'll be good, but not great. Again, defense will be really, really bad. Like, it could be anywhere from 25 to 30th. Offense will be pretty good, but like the big thing for this team will be if they're like a top 3 offense, then they might be a top 4 seed. But if they're like only a top 10 offense, based on how bad their defense is, they would slide to a lower seeding. So I have them at 7. 6, I have Philly. I'm predicting Ben Simmons to sit out the entire season. and not get traded, so that's why I have them pretty low. I think they'll really miss him. 5, I have the Celtics, who I think will bounce back a little bit from a worse season last year. I think they'll be a bit better. Horford, I think, will be a pretty good fit at center or power forward. And Schroeder was a really good deal for really, really cheap, so I like that addition. Let's see here. Number 4, I have the Hawks. I really like what they did last year, and I almost flirted with putting them at 3, but I think 4 is a good spot. All their dudes who are young are going to get older, and I think they're just going to continue gelling as a team and keep improving. 3, barely ahead of the Hawks, I have the Heat. I think the Lowry addition is really solid. I think Oladipo coming back for basically nothing is a really solid addition. And I just think that they will have a pretty good regular season, and they'll be a team that tries really hard in the regular season, I think. 2, I have the Nets, who I think will be great, but again, less emphasis on the regular season than the number 1 team, but they'll run through the league. This is contingent on Kyrie playing games, which is uncertain at this point. And number 1, I have the Bucks, who I think will sort of revert back to 2019 and 2020 Bucks, where they try really hard in the regular season and win like 60 plus games. Not that that's a bad thing. I just think that they will really go for the number 1 seed. And yeah, that's I guess my predictions overall, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Bye.